Hiya guys and welcome back to 2FC, aka Two Footballs Combined, and the fucking football season starts in 3 nights time. The Premier League football season starts in 3 nights time. Thank fuck for that. At least the World Cup was on, so we at least had some kind of football throughout the summer. So this will be my Premier League predictions video. I've done it the past couple of seasons. It's gone down all right. But I'm going to keep doing it. Do you know why? Because I enjoy doing it. That's why. So before I get into this, like, share and subscribe. Please subscribe. That'd be nice. I want to still hit 500 subscribers. I've lost 5 throughout the summer, which ain't too bad. I'm quite happy with that. Only 5. I'll take it. So fingers crossed I can get the 500 subscribers and I'll be happy. And I'll stop fucking pestering them. So, yeah. Bit different. I actually did a bit of actual working out of roughly what I think's going to happen. By looking at the pre-season friendlies, the pre-season tournaments, all that bullshit. So I'm just going to run through all the teams first and then go into my league. So Arsenal had 5 pre-season friendlies / tournament games. Sorry, not 5 tournaments. That's fucking mental. They had 5 games and they won 4 of them. The only loss they had was against Atletico Madrid, which the teams they beat, 3 out of the 4, fair play. They beat Boreham Wood, PSG, Chelsea and Lazio, and then lose to Atletico Madrid. That's not a bad pre-season in Arsenal's books. Bournemouth played 6, won 2. They beat Levante and Marseille, which Marseille, not a bad standard of football for a team like Bournemouth to beat. They drew against Sevilla and Bristol City. Again, Sevilla, very, very good team. Bristol City, pretty good in the Championship. And they lost to Real Betis and Nottingham Forest. Probably shouldn't have lost, but whatever. Brighton played 5, won 1. They beat Nantes, or Nantes, Nancy, I don't know. I always find it hard saying that one because it just sounds like I'm saying nonce. But yeah, that's the only team they beat. They lost to AFC Wimbledon and they drew against Birmingham, Charlton and St Gallen, which I think is the Swiss team. But yeah, so not a very good pre-season for Brighton. Burnley played 6 friendlies, won 4 of them, and played 2 in the Europa League, and obviously won 1. In the pre-season, they beat Macclesfield, Cork, Curzon Athletic, and Preston. They drew against Montpellier and lost against Espanyol. Obviously, the Europa League, they drew against Aberdeen and then beat Aberdeen after 120 minutes of football. They're going to be absolutely shattered this season, but good on them for even getting into Europe. So fair play to Burnley. Cardiff played 7 games. They won 4. They beat some Welsh team I've never ever heard of, Taffswell, Tavistock, Bodmin and Burton. So yeah, should have won those games. Drew against Torquay and then lost to Rotherham and Real Betis. So yeah, not very good for them. Chelsea played 3 pre-season friendlies, which include tournament and played in the Community Shield. They won 2 of their pre-season games and obviously lost in the Community Shield to City. They beat Perth Glory and Inter Milan. Inter Milan, decent scout, and they lost to Arsenal, as I've already said previously. Palace, we played 7, we won 6 of these, we went unbeaten. Only 2 Premier League teams this pre-season went unbeaten, and I'll get to the other one a little bit later, and you're going to be shocked at who it is, if you obviously don't already know. But yeah, we played 7 games, won 6. We beat Halmstad from Sweden, we beat Reading, we beat Oxford United, Stevenage, Boreham Wood and Toulouse. The Toulouse game and the Reading game were the my two favourites because we actually scored some goals and we looked good doing it. And then we drew against Helsingor, another Swedish team. That was I think our first pre-season friendly, to be fair, but not a bad pre-season considering. And Benteke has scored, so fingers crossed that gives him some boost into the new season. We'll see. We will see. Everton. I'm really shocked with this. They played 7 and won 1. They won their first pre-season game against some low league Austrian team 22-0. Then lose 6. No, did they lose 6? Sorry, no. They lost 5 and drew 1. That's not good. They won 22-0, so we know they can score goals against no one. They drew to Bury. They lost to Lille, Blackburn, Porto, Rennes, and Valencia. Yeah, I don't think Everton are going to have a great season. Fulham played 8, won 2 of those. They lost 4, won 2, drew 2. They beat Crawley and Bilbao. They drew against Reading and Celta Vigo and lost to Lyon, Fiorentina, Fenerbahce and Sampdoria. 4 decent teams for a team like Fulham who have just come back to the Premiership from the Championship. To lose to only those kind of teams, not bad showing. They're all top flight in their own divisions. Fair play to them. Huddersfield played 9. The busiest boys this pre-season. They played 9-1-4. They beat Bury, Bologna, Lyon and Red Bull Leipzig. Lyon I was shocked about, and then I saw Leipzig, I'm like, shit. Shocking. They drew against, is that Dresden? Yeah, Dresden and Darmstadt. I think one of the German teams. Lost to Accrington, Betis and Werder Bremen. Leicester played 5-1-2. They beat Notts County and Lille. Drew against Valencia, and I am really going to muller this, but a Turkish side by the name of Akhisar Belidai. Yeah, them. And they lost to Udinese, which, again, decent team to lose to if you're going to lose a pre-season friendly. Liverpool played 8, obviously including tournaments, won 6 of them. They beat Chester, Blackburn, Napoli, Tranmere, Man City and Man United. They did both Manchester teams in pre-season. I'm looking forward to watching Liverpool this year. Really am. They drew to Bury and lost to Dortmund. Fair enough. Man City, they played 3 pre-season games, including and as well, they played the Charity Shield, Community Shield, which they won. They only won 1 game other than the Community Shield. They beat Bayern Munich, lost to Dortmund and Liverpool. As I've just said, Liverpool beat them. Not good. Man United, I was shocked at this. They played 6 and won 2. They beat AC Milan and Real Madrid, 2 humongous teams to beat. But then they drew to Club America and San Jose Earthquakes. Club America are a decent-ish team from what I gather. The Earthquakes aren't. I follow MLS. They're not a good team. So shocked. And then they lost to Liverpool and Bayern, as I've already said. Liverpool beat both Manchester teams. Newcastle played 5-1-1. They beat St Patrick's. They drew to Hull and Porto and lost to Braga and Augsburg. Southampton played 6-1-3. This I'm going to also absolutely demolish because it's one of the Chinese teams. Jiangsu Suning. They beat Dijon and Celta Vigo. They beat. Drew to Schalke, lost to Derby and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Yeah, they lost to them. Spurs played 4-1-2. They beat Roma and AC Milan, but lost to Barcelona and quite heavily to Girona. Barcelona, you can understand losing to, but Girona, they lost 4-1 to Girona. So I don't know whether that was a really weak squad, but it was their last pre-season. So for Spurs' sake, let's hope that their season's better than that. Watford, the other team to go undefeated in pre-season. They played 5-1-3, drew 2. They beat Dusseldorf, Stevenage and Brentford, and they drew to Cologne, or Cologne, depending on who you are and how you pronounce it, and Sampdoria. So yeah, fair enough. West Ham played 7, won 5 of them, which not too bad, and they lost to a team I don't even think I can pronounce. But they beat Wickham, Ipswich, Villa, Mainz and Angers. They drew to Preston. They lost to Winterthur. Something with Winter and possibly Thor. I don't know. But yeah, they lost to them. And finally, Wolves. They played 8 and won 3. They beat Villarreal, Basel and Young Boys. 3 decent teams to beat. They drew to Ajax, Betis and Stoke. Another 3 decent teams to get points from, result from. And they lost to Bochum, or Bochum, I'm not 100% how you pronounce it, it's German, and Derby. So, yeah. Sorry, that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but at least I can just run through the table now and you guys can't get bored. We'll start from the bottom, work my way up. Teams getting relegated this year: Cardiff, Huddersfield and Southampton. Southampton last season were lucky not to go down. Huddersfield played a lot better than I thought they were. I think they're going to go down this season, and Cardiff, they're going to go straight back down because I just don't think they're a good team. 17th, I'm going Everton. They won 22-0 the first game against a low league opposition, and then they lost the next fucking lot of pre-season games. I've got a feeling they could possibly go down. But again, team gelling, you kind of need that team to gel. I thought they was going to do really well last season. No. So we'll see. We'll see, but I think they're finishing 17th. West Ham, again, they've bought a lot of good players. They've spent a lot of money. But I think they're not going to have enough time to gel. Like, a lot of the players know how to play in different teams. Jack Wilshere, Patrice Evra, Zabaleta, Arnautovic. But they've brought in players from abroad that have never played in the Premier League before, who need to get used to the physicality, the speed, the tempo, the whatever. I just don't think West Ham are going to do very well. I've got them finishing 16th. Burnley, 15th. Purely on the basis that they've got European football, and if they get through to the group stages, that's half their season pretty much gone. Every other week they've got to play away in fucking Kazakhstan or something. They're going to be knackered. I like Sean Dyche as a manager, and I think he can keep them up. But I just have a bad feeling for them if they stay in Europe. If they get knocked out, then I reckon they could be a little bit higher up because they've got a decent team. But like I said, purely on the basis that they're in Europe, I've got them finishing a lot lower. 14, I've got Wolves, newly promoted Wolves. Really good, strong team, decent manager. They've made some decent signings, spent a lot of money. If they don't stay up, I'm going to be shocked. But that team mentality is there. They showed it last year in the Championship. But yeah, 14th. 13th, I'm going with Brighton. Again, I just reckon they're going to have one of them, alright seasons, and they're just going to finish mid-table-ish. Like, they're going to lose, they're going to win, they're going to draw. Nothing much to say. I couldn't give a fuck who they've signed. So fuck them. 12th, I've got Bournemouth. I don't know why I've got Bournemouth here. It's just one of those, other than the top 6, as per fucking usual, it was so hard to think, right, who's going to go down? I don't know. Like, it was, I must have done 3 or 4 different fucking tables. I couldn't tell you how many I've done. But I've got Bournemouth in 12th. Don't ask me why. I haven't got a clue. Well, let's say because of Jermaine Defoe. Let's just say that, and Josh King. Fuck it. Newcastle at 11th. I've got the feeling I'm pretty sure I've just seen that Solomon Rondon and Dwight Gale have switched. So Dwight Gale's gone to the Championship with West Brom, and I think Solomon Rondon's come back into the Premiership with Newcastle. Good signing. Solomon Rondon is a big lad. He just needs to play for a team that are going to get the ball to him, and John Joe Shelby will do that, and so will Matt Ritchie. Those are the two players to find a striker his size all day long. So I've got him finishing 11th, and Rondon's going to get double figures. I don't think he got double figures last year or the year before. But, yeah. He's 10th, Fulham. I don't know why, I just have this feeling about Fulham. Last season, they went on a 23-game winning streak. Yes, it's the Championship, but the Championship is harder than the Premiership. Because you can go up and you can go down. And you've got the fuck off in the playoffs as well. The team are just awesome. Their work ethic is brilliant. And I just can't fault them. I just can't. And they've kept their key players as well. And they've brought some good signings in. I just think they're going to finish the best out of the three promoted teams. I really do. 9th, Watford. 2 teams in pre-season who go undefeated. I've got 9th and 8th. I'm not saying... Yeah, let's start with Watford and I'll go to what I was about to say. Watford, again, pre-season really, really well. I'm not sure who they've signed. I haven't really paid much attention to Watford. I'm not a massive Watford fan. Don't really like them. Don't really like their fans. But at the end of the day, I think they're going to have a half-decent season. Well, a lot better than half-decent. And finish 9th. I've got Palace to finish 8th. I'm not saying this as a biased Palace fan. I'm saying this because you look at this table and it possibly could fucking happen. As I've said previously, every other team up until the top 6 could finish fucking anywhere. And it normally is that way. This season is a lot harder to try and call. And I'm thinking, I don't think we're going to finish 8th. But I also don't think this team are going to finish higher than they are. I don't think this team are going to finish lower than they are. And it's just like, that's where we ended up. I thought we'd finish 10th, 9th. I want to see us hit the top half. So I said 10th originally. And then I'm looking at it, I'm going, no, I don't think they're going to finish above us. No, I don't think they're going to finish above us. Oh, fuck, yeah, Burnley are in Europe. Etc., etc. So it's just kind of placed us there. We've made some decent signings. Hopefully a couple more to come before transfer window shuts on Thursday. Fingers crossed. We've got a decent goalkeeper. We've got a couple new midfielders. We need probably another centre half and another striker. But like I said previously, Benteke scored pre-season. Sorloth scored pre-season. Wilf so far looks like he's staying. Yannick Bolasie looks like he could be re-signing from what I read yesterday. And it's just like everything's getting there. And Connor Wickham's back from injury finally. So we've actually got players to play, and if we can rotate the squad a little bit, that'd be fantastic. And our strikers aren't small lads. Wickham's 6'20". Benteke's 6'4", 6'5", and he's built like a brick shit house. Sorloth is 6'2", 6'3", and built like a brick shit house. We've got some big strikers, and we've got Wilf, who, if needs to be up top, he can. It's too much time on Palace, my bad. 7th, Leicester. Don't know why. I just reckon they're going to start bumping their way back up the table a little bit now. After the past couple of seasons, after winning the title. But we'll see. We will see about that one. Now, this is, as I've said the past 2 seasons, throw these top 6 in a hat and pick them out. And that's what's happening. Except I have my champions already. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Pick those 5 out. And that's where it's going to happen. I don't care if I get these like 1 places, 2 places wrong at the end of the season. But 6th, Chelsea. I thought they were going to finish a lot higher until I saw their fucking pre-season record. Like, what? They won 1 game. Was it 1? Chelsea. Sorry, 2 games. Perth Glory don't count. Fucking Australian football, really. But yeah, just no. The Community Shield, they were completely and utterly outplayed by City. I don't think the new managers got it under control quite yet. We'll see midway through the season. I reckon they're going to start off pretty slow and build their way up, or they're going to start off really quick and start going downwards. But we'll see. I reckon 6th for Chelsea. 5th, I'm going with Tottenham. Again, I haven't seen them fucking sign anyone, if I'm being totally honest with you. They've got a really good fucking team either way. So, at the end of the day, do they really need to sign anyone? If they're playing that well, probably a couple of players. But we'll see. I think they're going to finish 5th. Again, like I said, if they up and down a little bit, I don't mind. But 5th is where I'm going. 4th, I'm going with Man United. Again, because of their pre-season record, I'm putting them 4th, but I would have put them probably 3rd. My top 2 were... I'm adamant that those are the top 2. But, yeah, I'd probably put United 3rd if I didn't look at the pre-season. 3rd, I've gone for Arsenal. Emery, is that the bloke's name? New manager. It looks like he's doing a few good things with Arsenal so far. They've done really well they've done well in pre-season. They've made some really good signings. It's a new look Arsenal where the Arsenal fans actually might not be irritating pricks. So fingers crossed, Arsenal Fan TV, they're obviously going to get pissed if they lose a game. It happens. All of us have. It happens to every football fan. But they're not going to be Wenger out, lad. You get me? Yeah. No. Ain't happening. I don't think they're going to turn their back on this bloke. Fucking Arsene Wenger for 20 plus years. He's got at least a season in him. We'll see. Top 2. Got Liverpool and Man City left. Liverpool 2nd, Man City top. Liverpool, fan-fucking-tastic. They made some amazing signings. And they've still got Klopp as manager. They've got a new goalkeeper, so bye-bye Karius. They're just amazing, aren't they? The last season were absolutely fantastic. Unlucky not to win the Champions League. Salah was brilliant. Sane was brilliant. Sane? No, that's Leroy Sane from City. Mane was brilliant, sorry. Firmino was brilliant. They've just brought in Naby Keita. They've just brought in fucking some other bloke. I can't think of his name. The Brazilian lad from Italy. I can't remember. They just look awesome. And if City weren't such an amazing team with an amazing manager, I would say Liverpool winning the league this year. But I just don't see it happening. I just can't see him pipping City to the title. City, what can you say about them that hasn't already been said over various YouTube channels and Sky and everything else? City winning it, 2 years on the bounce. My predictions. This video has gone on a lot longer than I thought it was going to. If you've made it to here, I know you haven't. I don't think anyone's going to watch this all the way through. I don't think I'm going to watch this all the way through. Joking. But thank you for watching. Those are my predictions. Let me know who you think, or not who you think is going to win the league. Just tell me what you think you're. Slow down. Let me know your predictions for the season in the comments. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, like, share, subscribe, and peace.